What's up? Welcome into your daily Buckeye Blitz for a Saturday. That's way deeper than Elton John ever sang, right? Not even fucking close. All right. We are talking camp highlights, Ohio State recruiting camps this week. We had 3 of them. I'm going to give you the players, the dudes that got eyeballs all over them, up and down, all around, who got offers. I can't get everybody in here. I'm going to try and focus just on 2025 guys. But we got some Buckeye commits. We got some on the radar targets for the 24 class. So we're going to run through. I'm going to try and keep it grouped together by defense and offense. We're going to go defense first. All right. So tomorrow, you may want to check out tomorrow's episode if you're into quarterbacks. If you're a quarterback guy, I'm talking Elite 11. I'm going to give you the breakdown. How did Aaron Nolan fare against Jaden Davis, Dylan Ravioli, whatever his name is, and the rest of the 2024 quarterbacks? So we'll talk about it. But today, your prospects, your recruits. Let's get a little camp rundown here. Garrett Stover, let's start right there with a Buckeye commit. He's been working hard in his offseason. He's getting more comfortable at linebacker. Don't forget he played safety at Big Walnut recently. Had an impressive performance in camp. He was first in line every time. Took every rep after rep, working to get better with James Laurinaitis and Jim Knowles. He ran a 4.58, a little bit slower. I think he ran a 4.5 flat last summer, but he's up to 218. So he's put on almost 20 pounds over this year. He showed off explosiveness, athleticism, really strong read and react skills, which you got to have, obviously, as a linebacker or just playing defense in general, right? So he wants to be great, and the physical growth that's happening at the same time as the development at linebacker. So the mental and the physical is coming together and growing each with each workout. So that's great to see. I feel really good about Stover here. But 2025 4-star linebacker Dante McClellan, 6'3", 200 pounds. He won plenty of his one-on-one drills against the running backs. That was a lot of this camp. He's a converted wide receiver. Don't see that very often. Wide receiver to linebacker, but says he feels comfortable sticking at linebacker. Does not have a Buckeye offer yet, but fared very well in this camp. They had a lot of stud running backs I'm going to get into. Sticking here with the defense, though, 2025 high 4-star linebacker Tarvis Alford, goes by TJ, from Fort Pierce, Florida. He was camping in Columbus. Who goes camping in Columbus? Forget it. He's a premier linebacker. He shined in individual drills and one-on-one matchups. He's a priority target for Laurinaitis and Jim Knowles. So Buckeyes are going to go hot and heavy for him in the 25 class. Now let's talk D-line. This kid is interesting to me. Zahir Mathis. He put in a ton of work with Larry Johnson. He's from Philly, so got a little connection there with maybe McCord and Marvin Harrison. He's the number 1 ranked player in the state of Pennsylvania in the 25 class. Really long, but really skinny. He's 6'6", 230, but this guy looks like 4 toothpicks just flailing. He looks like he's maybe 200 pounds out there. But he has elite acceleration. He comes screaming off the edge. He's going to have to put on some muscle to go up against tackles. He can't just run around them, left and right. You're going to have to actually engage with the tackle, but he tried that. He put in a full day with Larry Johnson and looks good. So I expect the Buckeyes to go heavy after him. Does have a Buckeye offer. Top 60, 2025 defensive end, London Merritt. He's one of the most talented players that camped this week in Columbus. He thrived in individual drills, looked great with Larry Johnson. So going to be another guy to keep an eye on the defensive line here. Let's talk secondary now. Trey McNutt. You know him. Pops was a former Buckeye, has an Ohio State offer, looks like a natural defensive back. The apple didn't fall too far from the tree, or the Buckeye didn't fall too far from the tree in this case, right? Physically impressive. He struggled at times in man-to-man, but he's hardworking. He's going to work to improve that. Runs really well, has the ability to get his hips turned quickly, and you got to have that, of course, at defensive back. Might be a safety down the road. No definite, position right now, but he did work with Tim Walton and the corners. So starting off at corner, we'll see how his body develops, and his defensive awareness develops. So, all right, let's flip it over. Let's talk the offense. 4-star 2024 Glenville tight end Demarion Whitman worked out. He camped with the Buckeyes. 6'4", 215. This guy's got an interesting frame and physical features here. 6'4", 215. Held an offer from Ohio State for a long, long time. Has an official visit set up for June 23rd, so that's the last weekend of official visits. He was one of Glenville's primary weapons in the passing game, so they use him at receiver, but he worked out with both the tight ends and receivers at Ohio State, so was dominant in the one-on-ones. Also, Keenan Bailey and Cade Stover worked on his blocking. He said that it was really smooth out there today. It was good switching with receivers and tight ends. It's going to help me in the season and in the long run. He is the last remaining target for the Buckeyes in this 24 class at tight end. You got the 4-star commit, Max LeBlanc, and you got what's interesting is you have all these fucking recruiting analysts that are predicting Whitman will go to Kentucky following his official visit last week. But he says there is no leader in his recruitment right now, and he doesn't have a timeline for a decision. So I think a lot of that Kentucky smoke is just that. It's just smoke. There is no fire. So Whitman said that Coach Key made him feel prioritized since he was promoted to tight ends coach, and he speaks with him about 3 times a week. So I don't know how you go to Kentucky over Ohio State. I don't care if they already have a tight end in the class. Don't be afraid of a little bit of freaking competition, for Christ's sake. All right, let's talk running backs. We got some good ones in here this week. 2025 California running back Jordan Davison. He is a 5-star, number 1 running back in the class right now from modern day. He looked the part in individual drills and one-on-ones against the linebackers. He took a 3-day unofficial visit along with the camp. So brought his family. He said that, quote, I had a great time getting to feel out Coach Alford and seeing how he coaches. He pushed me today. That's a big up for Ohio State. I want a coach that can push me and that will push me to be the greatest I can be. Yeah. Davison said he grew up an Ohio State fan, even though he lived in California. He's from California, obviously. He said his first college football game he ever watched was a Buckeye game, and he has a vivid memory of the Buckeye leaves on the helmets. It's a lasting image in his head. He said that he talks with Tony Alford weekly, and he says the Buckeyes are one of his top schools. Quote, the brotherhood and the culture, coming here and learning all their traditions. They've got a good thing going on with Cali prospects right now. So it looks good. I like it. Number 1 running back. We can use that. All right, let's talk quarterbacks, 2025 quarterbacks to finish up. I had a few more running backs. I'll get to those in a second. Tavian St. Clair, Ryan Montgomery were both camping this week with the Buckeyes. They're 2 of the 3 quarterbacks with a Buckeye offer. Bryce Underwood from Michigan, the other one in this 25 class. Very impressive in the 1-inch throwing drills. That's one of those key Ryan Day staples. You got to be able to do that. Both are expected to return to Columbus next week for the 7-on-7 camp. That's when you're really they're going to show their shit. That's going to be an interesting camp. St. Clair has been traveling through the South. Again, did not stop by say hi to me. That's quite all right. But he did pick up offers from Bama, LSU. I think he got Florida, some Florida schools in there. And of course, Michigan, Michigan State, Penn State all jumped on Ohio State's coattails. St. Clair said after the camp that I got some coaching tips from Coach Dennis. He's always helping me refine my mechanics and stuff like that. Every time I get to learn from someone like Coach Dennis or Coach Day, it's big time. Big time. All right, a couple running backs, sorry, and then I got a couple receivers. It's going to go long. That's what she said. Come on, say it with me. All right, running backs. I got a couple more here. 3 4-star running backs from the 25 class with Ohio State offers camp this week. Marquise Davis, Bo Jackson, Torrey Blaylock. They all performed well in their one-on-ones and their individual drills. I wanted to single out Jackson and Marquise Davis. Both look significantly bigger than last summer at this time, but they're very different players. Jackson is a little bit bigger, runs with real aggression, violence, you might say. Davis has better feet, quicker, looks like more of a natural pass catcher out of the backfield. So just, one guy's an inside guy, one guy's probably an outside guy, 2025 Texas running back, Chad Gasper. He impressed Tony Alford and got an offer. He has the size, the prototypical size of a Buckeye running back. When you think of Buckeye running back, like JK or Zeke, you think about 5'11", 195 pounds. Boom, that's this guy. Showed good burst and quickness at the camp. So that's 4 good ones right there. Now let's talk receivers. Two more receivers get Buckeye offers from Brian Hartline. A 3-star wideout, Vernell Brown from Orlando. He is ranked as the 378th prospect in the 25 class, but he's getting offers he's got over 20 Division I offers now. He's getting them from everywhere: Auburn, Colorado, Florida, Florida State, Georgia, Michigan, Tennessee, Wisconsin. So, these guys are going to get ratings bumps, especially in these 25 classes. So Buckeyes also offered from Cocoa, Florida, Javon Boggs. Got an offer from Heartline. He's originally from Dayton, Ohio, though. Keep that in mind. And we got a 26 guy in here. I didn't really want to talk 26, but we can for a sec. Florida prospect Jabari Brady. He has nearly 24 offers from Bama, Georgia, Texas A&M, Tennessee, Penn State. The list goes on and on. So anyway, and O-line, we can't finish the show without talking about the slobs, right? 4-star Florida offensive lineman Caden Strayhorn. Strayhorn, that's a cool name. Picked up an offer from the Buckeyes and Justin Fry. He's the 264th best prospect in the 25 class, but the 12th rated interior O-lineman in this class. He has over 20 Division I offers: Bama, Georgia, Michigan State, Penn State, USC, the usual, Texas, whatever. So, okay, that was a lot of dudes. I know it, but it's a 25 class. We're putting a shitload of offers out there. Probably not as many as Michigan might, but we're putting a lot of offers out there. So, don't forget, tomorrow, talking Elite 11, the QBs, and Sunday night, not sure what we're talking about, but hit us up at YouTube Live, take a break from the family, get away, talk some Buckeye football, and we'll talk to you later. Go Bucks.